Hey guys, it's Kira and welcome back to another weekly vlog. It is currently Sunday the 15th of May. I'm being climbed upon by a cat, but within the next 7 days there are not one, not two, but three very exciting things happening and I for one cannot wait. So I'm going to go in reverse order. So next weekend on Saturday the 21st of May, it's my birthday. It's also the start of Gemini season, which is always a great day in my books, but it's my birthday on the 21st of May. I'm going to be turning 25 years old, so it's a big one, and I kind of feel a little bit existential when I say that out loud, but on the whole, I love birthdays, whether it's my birthday or anyone else's birthday. I just absolutely love the event of someone's birthday. I just think it's so much fun. So, slightly nervous because I feel like 25 just feels like such, I don't know, like an established adult age. It just like, I don't know, my mum was 24 when I was born and she turned 25 just a couple of weeks after I was born. So I feel like I've always associated it with like being a proper adult and like having children and a family and buying houses and all of that kind of stuff. So I always associate 25 as like the pinnacle age, but I'm feeling pretty happy with my life at this point, so slightly existential. I think that's just a natural feeling when you start getting older, but equally very, very excited. So that is event number one. The second event is just before my birthday on Friday the 20th of May. Harry Styles' new album comes out and I've been excited for this for such a long time. The single was released like a couple of months ago, As It Was, and I have been playing that on repeat since then because quite frankly it's incredible, and if the vibe of that song is anything to go by, the album is going to be incredible. And what a great way to bring in my birthday than with new music from Harry Styles. So that is the second event. And then first, today, Sunday the 15th of May, we have something that is so exciting and so anticipated in my life that I genuinely feel kind of sick with nerves and joy and excitement that it's finally here, because my favourite book of all time, Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney, the adaptation is out on TV today. And I genuinely can't believe that this day is here because I feel like I've been waiting for it for years at this point. I'm fairly certain that it was announced that this one was getting adapted into a TV series just shortly after Normal People was released, so that was in 2020. So the fact that it's been like 2 years since Normal People was released and finally Conversations with Friends is here, I don't even know what to do with myself. This book just means so much to me. I love all of Sally Rooney's works. I think she's an incredible author and just such a great, I guess like, what's the word I'm looking for? She's almost like a surgeon of people. Like she really picks apart people and what makes relationships and the human mind work, and she just explores it in such an upfront and very relatable way, to the point where she just like presents something to you that is very confronting, because I think whether you can see yourself in a character's experiences like to the T, or whether you can just notice bits of characters and the way they interact in her books, I just feel like there's always something to relate to in her novels, to the point where it does feel very confronting and very raw, because I think we can all see ourselves in the messy relationships and the poor communication that comes out in her books, and I just think she is an incredible, incredible author. But Conversations with Friends is by far my favourite of her books, and quite frankly my favourite book literally of all time. I've reread it quite a few times now. My most recent reread was actually just a couple of months ago in anticipation of the TV series, and it confirmed for me 100% that this is just my favourite book. I just think it's so incredible because of the way that it shows how important each and every relationship is to who we are as people. Like whether or not you have a romantic relationship with someone or a friendship or you're just an acquaintance, each person you meet kind of like adds an extra jigsaw piece into like the puzzle that is your life, and every interaction you have and every relationship you form inevitably kind of influences the way that you react to, respond to, look at other people in your life. And I just think this book does such an amazing job of showing just like that web of intersocial relationships and how this like huge tapestry of life kind of like forms piece by piece and relationship by relationship, and that it's not just as simple as you and one person. It's like you and everyone you know plus that one person and everyone that they know kind of forms this interaction that is ever evolving because you're constantly meeting new people. And I just think it shows that web of relationships that I think we can all relate to on a certain level, probably not in such a like messy way necessarily as we see in this book, but in the way that we all have such a, you know, we all have a web of social relationships that influence each other, and I just think this book is so relatable, so captivating, and I love it. So for the last couple of months, as well as listening to Harry Styles on repeat, I've also been listening to the song Sidelines by Phoebe Bridgers, which is the soundtrack for the TV adaptation, and every time I listen to it, I feel so overcome with just like emotion and joy and anticipation, and the day is finally here. Conversations with Friends is out. Sarah is on her way over to my house. We're going to get some snacks and spend the day watching Conversations with Friends, and I quite frankly am so excited I don't even know what to do with myself. So welcome to what is quite likely going to be the most exciting week of 2022 in my life, because we have Conversations with Friends, Harry Styles, and last but not least, my birthday. So there's lots of fun things to come. Hope you enjoy. If you're excited about the Conversations with Friends or you've watched it already by now, let me know your thoughts, because I, quite frankly, I just need to talk about it because it's just so exciting. So welcome to the vlog. I hope you enjoy, because I, for one, I'm very excited. Okay.
Oh, is it recording? Oh,
yeah. It is officially recording.
Let me hide the Leeds United.
Why?
I don't know, something about comment. Sorry.
Okay, so it is now officially nearly 7 p.m. We started watching Conversations with Friends at about 11 a.m. this morning.
Yeah.
And we've just finished episode 12, so we have literally committed our entire day to the watching, consuming, processing of Conversations with Friends. And I thought it would be fun to just like give a quick debrief and just share some thoughts, especially because we actually have slightly differing opinions on the show. So first of all, do you want to just say like what if you had to pick one word to describe the experience, what would it be?
Anticlimactic.
Oh! Wow, that is brutal.
What's your word?
My word would probably be grower. I feel like it's a grower.
What, to the last episode?
Like, I feel it's the kind of show that, unlike Normal People, which grips you instantly, it's kind of one that I'll like rewatch and kind of like find new things to enjoy, I think.
Okay.
And like, I think it'll be kind of like it's not a firework, it's like a candle that you're going to leave burning, basically. Now, you're anticlimactic. I do have elements where I agree with that, but do you have like a key part which made you feel it was anticlimactic?
It was... I'm trying not to compare it to Normal People, the TV show, so much.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like Normal People, the book, very much.
Yeah.
I thought it was very well written and everything, but I just didn't really like the book. The TV show I thought was absolutely phenomenal. That made me appreciate the book more. But Conversations with Friends, I love the book so much. And because Normal People was so good, I thought, you know what? I love the book now.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. And I just feel like it wasn't. I don't think that it needs to have 12 episodes.
Right.
I think whilst it tried to cram everything into this show, I think Conversations with Friends didn't need it. I think I would have appreciated the TV show more if they'd taken more poetic license with it.
Yeah.
And kind of, not completely so it's so far from the book, but kind of merged a couple scenes together or something, especially in the middle. Because I feel like when you start it, you've got the excitement, it's Conversations with Friends, you know, the first couple of episodes, you know, they have to build. However, in the middle, I really contemplated should I just go home, because I was really struggling to push myself through. Yeah. Because so little happens, but actually so little happens in the book, but I think because you have Francis' monologue, it makes it. Whereas in this, you obviously don't have Francis' monologue. You just have a lot of looks at a lot of people. I think if I hadn't read the book, would I have enjoyed the show? Yeah, I think I would have liked it more.
But you had such high expectations from
Because
the book.
Normal People as well was amazing.
See, here's the thing, right? I obviously liked it more than Sarah, and I'll get into that in just a second, but I think what you're saying about the pacing and the amount of episodes is definitely true, and I think that is because with Normal People, obviously, I know we say not to compare, but it's natural to compare because they're by the same author, they are very similarly styled, they're obviously produced by the same like production company and all that stuff, so it is very natural to compare them. Normal People is, of course, two protagonists. We're constantly switching perspectives, and also it's the kind of book that has quite a lot of plot jumps. So we obviously start with Connell and Marianne at school, and then we jump forward and they're at university, and it jumps forward quite a few times throughout the 4 years of their college experience. And so everything is, there are lots of like slow dialogue parts, but also you kind of jump into the most action-filled parts in relation to their relationship with each other.
Also, there's a lot of different locations.
Yeah, it's kind of mixed up a bit more, whereas Conversations with Friends is far more linear. We have one protagonist, and while her other characters that are kind of like surrounding Frances are equally important to the narrative, we're kind of seeing things through Frances's lens, and so it's a lot less switchy than Normal People, and also takes place over a much shorter period of time. So you're getting all of this detail, and it does feel a bit oversaturated, certainly in parts. So I feel like I definitely agree with that. It might have felt better if maybe there were fewer episodes, but maybe they were like slightly longer and delved into their relationships, but like in a bit more like fast track detail. I don't know, but then for me, I think one of the key things to mention about the experience is, of course, the casting. So this is obviously a book that focuses predominantly on 4 people. We obviously have Frances, we have Bobby, Nick and Melissa. I think Frances was perfectly casted. She was incredible. Now, watching the adverts for Conversations with Friends, I noticed that the actress playing Melissa and the actress playing Bobby were not Irish or weren't doing Irish accents, and I thought that's interesting because obviously Sally Rooney's books really speak to like an Irish experience, and they're obviously set very much within that culture, so I feel like I was concerned about those two castings, but as soon as I saw them on screen, I thought that they had cast Bobby and Melissa so perfectly. The one character who I felt let it down in parts was Nick. I just, like, at certain times I really did feel like he was perfect for the role and like it was working well, but then there were other times where it just felt like he zapped energy from the screen, and it was a shame because I loved the chemistry between Bobby and Frances when they were together, and I just loved seeing them play off of each other because of how great Frances was and how good of an actress Alison Oliver was. But then I felt it was a shame sometimes in the scenes with her and Nick that it just kind of felt as if she wasn't able to shine properly. But on reflection, there were some episodes, particularly in the middle, where it did feel a bit of a drag, but I'm very much going to be rewatching it. I enjoyed the experience, but I think for me at least, to finish it off, I would say that I love both Normal People and Conversations with Friends books, but for me Conversations with Friends is a better book than it is a show, whereas Normal People is a better show than it is a book. Well, as predicted, my week absolutely flew by, so it is now Thursday afternoon and I just finished work for the week, which means that my birthday weekend has officially started, and I'm kicking it off with the first of several different celebrations that I'm going to be having over the weekend. And this one is that I'm just going out for a little pizza meal out with my dad, my brother, Jay and my grandma, and I cannot wait because this is a pizza place that we've been to a few times recently and it has the most delightful vegan pizza. I mean, any pizza is good for me, but this one is particularly good because it's like a proper wood-fired, stone-baked style pizza, so the crust tastes incredible, and they also do some really nice chips, which I know is probably such a basic thing, but chips, ketchup and a pizza, and I'm happy. So that's what we're going to be doing this evening, and then the rest of the weekend I have quite a few other fun things planned. But I also wanted to kind of update you on some reading that I've been doing, especially given that this vlog kicked off with a lot of Sally Rooney discussion. I've recently been reading a book, well, I'm partway through reading this book, and it is called Snowflake by Louise Nealon, and this book is one that I would recommend so highly to any Sally Rooney fans out there because the tone, the style, the setting, it all just feels so Rooney-esque. And I'm going to read you the description because I think that's the best introduction into it. But Louise Nealon is also an Irish author, so I feel like it definitely captures that Irish experience that comes across in all of Sally Rooney's novels. So Here we go. 18-year-old Debbie White lives on a dairy farm with her mother Maeve and her uncle Billy. Billy sleeps out in a caravan in the garden with a bottle of whiskey and the stars overhead for company. Maeve spends her days recording her dreams, which she believes to be prophecies. This world is Debbie's normal, but she is about to step into life as a student at Trinity College Dublin. As she navigates between sophisticated new friends and the family bubble, things begin to unravel. Maeve's eccentricity tilts into something darker, while Billy's drinking gets worse. Debbie struggles to cope with the weirdest, most difficult parts of herself, her family and her small life. But the fierce love of the White family is never in doubt, and Debbie discovers that even the oddest families are places of safety. And I'm currently on page 203, and this book has about 350-ish pages, so I'm a little over 2/3 of the way in, I guess, and I'm really enjoying it. I feel like there is a really intriguing discussion of the the divide between rural and city life in Ireland, and Debbie is commuting to university, so she is constantly going between these two very different worlds and sort of feeling as if she's got to be like two different people in each of the worlds that she exists within. And then each of the characters that we interact with, her family members and some of the friends she makes at university, all just have such unique characteristics, and I feel like it's just a really intriguing book that feels very akin to the sort of books that Sally Rooney has written, but equally has its own unique like charm and personality to it. So I feel like this is a great one to read for any Sally Rooney fans, anyone who has just finished watching Conversations with Friends, maybe has just gone on and rewatched Normal People and is feeling like they need a fix of something that feels like that but is also new. This book is definitely filling that gap for me, so I'm really enjoying it. Haven't had loads of time for reading this week, hence the lack of reading updates, but this is the most recent book that I've picked up, and I'm hoping to get some more reading done this weekend and give you some more updates. But yeah, really enjoying that. But for now, it's time to go out and get pizza, which I cannot wait for.
Shifting slow from red to green. Sweet, sweet dreams. Every breath means letting go. Climbing my silence to show. Peaceful rest is not a test. Sweet, sweet dreams. Deep sleep, big heat, cover me. Re-energize me. While I fantasize, deep sleep, big heat, cover me. Turn out the light.
Was it a moth?
The next morning when I wake, I feel like Sleeping Beauty, and the world is at my feet. Bring the heat, deep sleep, big heat, cover me, re-energize me, while I fantasize, deep sleep, big heat, cover me.
Good morning guys, so it is now Friday, so the 20th of May. Started out this morning with a 5 AM listening session to Harry Styles' new album, which I really enjoyed listening to. It was very like cozy, calming, chill vibes, which is definitely my kind of thing. I only listened to it once so far, so I feel like I definitely need to listen to it a couple more times to like establish my favourite songs, but the listening experience was very enjoyable. And then since then, Jay and I have come out for the day to a little place called Knaresborough, and we're currently on a boat just rowing down the river, which is very fun. So Robo. So that's us. We're going to stay on the river for a little bit and then I think head home to decide what to do with the rest of our day. Good morning guys, so it is now officially the 21st of May, Gemini season is here, and that means it's my birthday, so I am now officially 25 years old, and so far so good. Fingers crossed I don't look too much older this morning. I don't feel any older, so all of my exponential fears about turning 25 have so far been unfounded, and I'm actually having a wonderful day. I've obviously opened some presents this morning, so I got a few new running things. I got a running hydration vest, which I think will be very useful over the summer months, running when it's obviously hotter outside. I got some new trainers and also a new Garmin watch. So I've previously had a Fitbit, and I've had that Fitbit for at least 5 years now, so it was definitely a little bit past its prime, and I thought if I was going to get a new one, I might as well get one that is a bit more geared towards like exercise and running tracking. So I got the Garmin Venue, which I think is really nice because it's not some of the Garmin watches are kind of ugly, like they're very like functional style, whereas this one still looks very pretty but also does some really cool things. So very excited about that, and I think possibly one of the most exciting presents of all is this muscle gun. So again, kind of relating to running and obviously training and doing a lot more like fatiguing activities for muscles, I got this, which is like a massage gun, and I basically just like muscles out your muscles. I don't know, massages out the muscles, and it feels amazing. So big fan of this one. This was from Jay, but I feel like it's definitely a present for both of us because we're both going to enjoy this a lot. I feel like it feels so incredible. I used it on my back earlier, and it just like it stretches out muscles that you have really like no other way of stretching out. So I feel like it's going to be a very useful one, and this has definitely been quite a practical birthday in terms of presents that I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of for my running and my training for the half marathon. So very pleased about that. Slightly less practical, but quite a bit more exciting. We're now just about to head out and go and pick up my birthday cake. We have gotten a cake made by a local cafe who do incredible vegan cakes, and I've got a coffee and walnut cake, which is my ultimate favourite cake of all time, and I cannot wait to dig in and eat the whole thing. So we're going to go and pick that up now. We're also going to a yoga class this afternoon, finally dragging Jay along to a hot yoga class, and then finally this afternoon I've got my family coming over and we're going out for a meal later on. So quite a lot packed into the day. We've had a bit of a chilled morning, went out for a pret, got myself a chai latte, but now we have quite a lot of things to do for the afternoon. So finishing my cup of tea and then we'll get right on to it.
All my life I've wondered what I should do. Would you tell me if you knew? Would you hold it above my head and say it's all for the best? No. It always feels like a mistake, another hysterical craze. I'm getting less brave by the day.
Good morning guys, so it is now Sunday and I'm feeling fabulous today. Yesterday my birthday was so much fun. It was really nice to just like see the whole family, eat some coffee cake, rather a lot of coffee cake, and then go out for dinner. I just had the most lovely day. It was quite a chilled birthday, but I feel like I'm quite a chilled person, so that suited me quite well, and I just had a really nice time. My mum also got me some new clothes for my birthday, including this dress, and I'm not gonna lie, I am obsessed because I feel like one thing that my wardrobe is lacking is like nice, casual, but still cute summery outfits. I feel like I've got plenty of like wintry outfits, you know, obviously lots of jumpers, cardigans, all of that kind of stuff, and like layers and whatnot. So I feel like I'm quite well suited for autumn and winter, but when it comes to spring and summer, I really don't have much good stuff in my wardrobe. So this dress is going to be a staple piece, as well as another skirt and another dress that she got me. It was just such a nice thing to be able to add to my wardrobe, and I'm not a big fan of clothes shopping, so getting clothes for my birthday that I love is one of my favourite things ever because it means I benefit from the new outfits, but I don't actually have to do any shopping myself, which is a big win in my opinion. And my mum also got me Amongst other things, this new mug, which I just think is so cute, and we all know I'm something of a mug addict, so this was a really cute one to add to the collection. So, birthday was fabulous, but the birthday celebrations are continuing for one more day, and today I'm going to be spending the day with my friend Sarah. I'm heading out to go meet her on the train shortly, and we're going to, I can't remember what the place is called, I think it is Harlow Car, which is there's a tea room there and also some like really nice gardens, so we're gonna go for a little walk and then go for an afternoon tea, which I'm so excited for. And that's why I've put this dress on, because I just feel like it just feels like an afternoon tea dress. I don't know if you know what I mean, but it has that vibe for me and I'm very, very excited about it. So vegan afternoon tea is on the agenda. I also got a 5k PB this morning, so far 25 is treating me very, very well. Now, as I mentioned, I'm going to be meeting Sarah via the train, so I've got about a 30-minute train journey, and I'm going to bring my book with me. I'm still reading Snowflake, so I'm going to bring that along for the train ride. But I thought I would also let you know which books I got for my birthday. I only ended up getting 2, so this is a very short book haul, but both of the books sound really, really good. So first up, I got The Rise of the Ultra Runners, A Journey to the Edge of Human Endurance by Adraharand Finn, and this one was gifted to me by my friend Lucy, who has obviously been seeing me doing and sharing lots of running content on Instagram and TikTok and things like that, and so she knew that I was very much into running at the moment. And ultra runners are, in my opinion, the biggest inspiration because they do stuff that just seems impossible. Running like 100 or 200 mile race, I mean, that just sounds absolutely mental to me. Like, I can't even fathom it. But when I hear that people are doing things like that, it just like puts my own running journey into context, and I think if people can do that, I could obviously do a half marathon. So it just like really motivates me to like go out there and do my best, and I'm really excited to read this one because I think it sounds very, very interesting. And then the other book that I got was The End of Alice by A.M. Holmes, and this one was gifted to me by my friend Mary. I think I saw this one on TikTok recently and added it to my wish list because it sounded very intriguing. So the blurb of this one says, "A child killer writes to a 19-year-old woman. He is serving his 23rd year in prison. She, under the guise of a seemingly sweet and bland persona, is intent on seducing a young neighborhood boy. Teetering on the knife edge between the American dream and the American nightmare, The End of Alice unpicks the darkness of unconceivable desire and the destruction and horror left in its wake." And I think the TikTok that I saw this on was like gruesome books that are like absolutely horrific, and I was like, that sounds interesting, adding that to the wish list. So this one sounds very intriguing, and I think might be the next fiction book that I pick up after I finish Snowflake. So there we go, a short but very, very sweet little book haul because both of these books sound wonderful. And that is me for Sunday morning. So I'm going to head out to get my train, and I'll catch up with you when I'm with Sarah and going out for our afternoon tea. Slightly unfortunate turn of events. Got to the train station, went to prep, got myself a chai latte, ready to chill out and read on the train. Went to the platform that I thought the train was going to be at because slightly strangely there was no, like, my train wasn't showing on any of the departure boards, but the app where I obviously bought the ticket told me that it was expected at platform 8. So I went to platform 8, loads of other people were waiting as well, and they were also kind of confused about whether or not the train was turning up because it wasn't on any of the boards. Long story short, the train did not turn up, and the following train was also not on any of the departure boards. So I've come home and I'm now waiting for Sarah to come and pick me up because, quite frankly, I did not just want to chance my day on sitting in the train station and hoping for the correct train to turn up because that just doesn't sound very fun. So I've got my chai latte and I was hoping to do some reading on the train, so while I wait for Sarah, I'm just going to dig in and do some more reading of Snowflake.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Hey darling, I love it when it's me and you on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two. Hey darling, you know we're gonna have a really good time driving in the middle of the...
Well, my birthday weekend is now over. I'm back at work for the week, although wearing the same dress as I was wearing yesterday because, quite frankly, I think this outfit is about to become my whole identity for the next several weeks. I just feel, kind of like I do with food, that I can't just like an outfit and wear it every once in a while. If I like something, I'm going to be wearing it at every possible opportunity. If I like to eat something, I'm eating it every day. If I like to drink something, it is the only form of liquid I consume. I just can't seem to find balance in anything. I'm either all in or I'm all out. But this outfit, I feel like I'm kind of giving librarian vibes, and I like it, you know. I think it's very cute, kind of like Little Women-y, librarian-y, cool. Not really cool, is it? I don't think I could ever be considered to be cool, but I like it, and that is the main thing. So yeah, back at work for the week. The birthday weekend is sadly over, but I realised I didn't show you a present that I got yesterday from Sarah, which I am obsessed with. So it is this beautiful Gemini print, and it has my actual birthday on it and my name, and then of course the beautiful Gemini constellation, and I'm obsessed with it. However, I don't know where to put it because the frame is quite large. I think I may have to downsize the frame slightly so that I can kind of fit it on my shelves behind me, because I just think this would make the cutest bit of shelf decor. But as of right now, I'm just kind of propping it up on my desk so that I can look at it because it is so beautiful and I absolutely love it. So that was an absolutely spectacular thing to come out of my birthday weekend, but on the whole I have just had the most wonderful time. I also did manage to finish reading Snowflake. I think the fact that my train never showed up yesterday definitely gave me time to come home and do some more reading before Sarah arrived, so I actually got a lot more reading done than I expected, and this book was absolutely exceptional. Didn't know what to expect going into it, and to be honest, it's been on my shelves for months and months and months, but my love of Sally Rooney and of course the hype surrounding the release of the Conversations with Friends TV show just finally prompted me to pick this one up, because I just had that sneaking suspicion that it was going to have a Sally Rooney vibe to it, and oh my god, it was absolutely wonderful. Definitely one that I would recommend to any Sally Rooney fans out there. But just in general, I think this is an incredible book. It really dives into, I guess, the feeling of not knowing who you are and who you want to be. So having multiple personalities, not in a literal sense, but just in a sense that you sort of adapt and mold yourself depending on what group you're around or what situation you're in, and just this instability of your own personality as you're trying to figure out who you are and enter into adulthood. There are also some really important discussions around mental health and also how mental health is treated in this particular rural community, and I just think it is such an exceptional book. I haven't heard anyone talking about it, but I could not recommend this highly enough. I think it was incredible and by far the best book I'm going to say that I've read so far this year, because quite frankly it was amazing and definitely one that I'm going to be going back to and rereading again. So that was wonderful. The only thing that's not so wonderful about this weekend is the weather. It is currently Les Mis outside. It is so grey, so rainy, and I can only assume that the grey weather is to signify the end of my birthday celebrations. But some final good news to finish off this vlog, I think, is that I just saw today that it is now only 2 weeks, I think, until the start of the Love Island season, and I am so excited. It is the most basic thing in the world. It is just so watchable, and I just can't wait for it, because that means that even if the weather here is grey and miserable and rainy, as it tends to be in the UK summertime, I can still live vicariously through the Love Island drama, the sunshine, the sand, the drama, and just basically have an incredible time. So if you weren't aware that Love Island is coming back soon, it's going to be here in like 2 weeks and I can't wait. But for now, thank you so much for celebrating my 25th birthday with me. I for one have had a wonderful weekend. I hope you enjoyed watching, and just to let you know, I know I've been very sporadic with videos lately because work has just been so busy, and quite frankly my ability to stay on top of everything and to balance things, as we've established, is not one of my best skills. But I'm hoping to be back and have lots of content coming out for you over the summer and back into a regular schedule. So if you've stuck around, thank you, I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.